And you just heard President Trump float the possibility of a legal challenge on counting certain ballots. We're joined this morning by our constitutional law expert, Devin Schindler from Western Michigan's Cooley Law School. Good morning, Devin.
Good morning. Exciting night.
It sure is, and it's still going into the wee hours of the morning into the day after now. You heard President Trump there say he was going to ask the Supreme Court to issue a ruling on counting certain ballots. What's your reaction to that whole thing?
Well, this has been going on for about the last 6 months. We're talking about late arriving ballots. Two states, for example, Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, the courts there ruled that because of the pandemic, late arriving ballots could still be counted, ballots that arrived after Election Day. In Pennsylvania, for example, the Supreme Court of the state of Pennsylvania extended the voting deadline for 7 days. They still have to be postmarked, but they can be counted if they arrive within 7 days. Both of these have been challenged, Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, at the U.S. Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that they don't want to hear the case yet, but both those cases are still pending. It's a very close vote at the Supreme Court. It was 4-4 in one case and 5-3 in the other. Justice Barrett didn't vote in either one. She could turn out to be a swing vote. So I have at least two cases that are currently pending where the Republicans have challenged the decisions of the state to extend the ballots by 7 days, in the case of Pennsylvania.
Now, this election is looking like the margin could be razor thin. Now, what happens if either candidate wants to challenge the results or request a recount, a la Bush v. Gore back in 2000?
Well, some states allow for automatic recounts. But before we get to the automatic recount, my guess is that the suit will be filed or will be renewed, asking the Supreme Court to stop these extensions, which were ordered by judges. The key language in the Constitution, and I'm going to quote, is elections and votes are to be validated or counted as the legislature thereof may direct. In both these states, it was the courts that directed the extension, not the legislatures thereof. That's the core of President Trump's analysis here, that because the Constitution says the legislatures get to decide, other bodies in the states cannot decide how late we can go in terms of collecting ballots that aren't received on the day of the election. It's a fascinating legal issue. It's an open legal issue, so we don't know how that's going to turn out.
Now, that's why you're the expert that you get the Constitution on hand. Now, they're still working to tally some votes here in our state, and they hope to have it done sometime this evening. Is there a deadline, though, in our state for when they have those votes counted?
Well, yeah, the Constitution and a federal statute basically set some deadlines, but those deadlines are pretty far out. The electors of the state of Michigan don't meet till December 14th. There's a safe harbor on December 8th, and so the goal here is to have it all done by December 8th. In Bush v. Gore, for example, Florida wasn't called, if you will, until the Supreme Court ruled on December 12th. So we do still have some time, over a month, basically, to get it all done.
Devin Schindler from the Cooley Law School is our constitutional law expert. Thank you so much as we go into the extra innings of this 2020 election. We'll be talking to you soon.
Pleasure's mine.